We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game.
Detroit! Set! B-19!
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run the option right here on first down. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, here's Smith. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Jackson now finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Evan Ingram, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun.
A 1st down throw for Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And right away, he lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 8 yards there helps, but they're still stuck now. 3rd and long coming up. So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime.
Gone! Detroit! Gone!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Flush to his right. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
A Hall of Fame coach once said there are no medals for trying. And that wasn't a trying effort, was it? That was a winning effort. How about that great catch?
Excellent. They know, hey, you lose this game, you get a ding or 2. You got 7 months to heal. They're going to go all out. A 1st down carry for Smith. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? From midfield now, here's Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Leopard. No. Check. Patriot. No. Check. Patriot.
Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the Ravens who have the football. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out.
Leopard. Gone. Over. Gone.
Here's Jackson to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Watch him now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well. His first carry of their 2nd drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their 1st drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Leopard.
They keep it with Smith on 1st down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Ito Smith taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a play fake here on first down. Smith catches left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. They go play action. Mayfield on the move to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
After the interception, here's Jackson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. 54 yards. And the Ravens will extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. Tally, that is catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! Gun! Gun!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But I think a Brown was able to recover, and they'll indeed hold on to the ball here. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Mayfield looks to throw. Dumping it off for Johnson. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 5 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw, Mayfield. Losing 9 yards there. And it also brings up 4th. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the Ravens taking the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 2nd down, Jackson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more of the AFC Championship game after this. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. Steps away to his left. Pushing his way through. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Not sure how you feel about it, but to me, I think we're seeing it in front of our eyes. This league continues to change. Look at the moves you ordinarily get from a running back from the quarterback position.
Yeah, that's like a Le'Veon Bell type move right there. But you're exactly right. The game's kind of evolving in that way, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the quarterback is rapidly becoming an extra running back as well.
Throw left side complete. It's Yates. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. Now, that play was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun, 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 gun.
Jackson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now the Browns are going to take another timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On third down, Jackson dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Going deep for Moncrief. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson trying to lay one up deep. It's caught at the 10. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, one more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they felt like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. A big play there on the catch and run. 65 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
Throwing, Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Amari Cooper, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for two.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit. Hut.
They'll try and run him with Gurley. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a little dangerous there, almost a penalty, but it does get into the end zone before going over the sideline for a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Here's a give to Smith, and he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Call it a gain of 3. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And a throw right sideline is complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
A handoff to Smith, and he'll get this one down to about the 17. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit. Hut.
They go back to the ground with Smith. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 319! 319!
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. Power on power, but he's not going to get in. Call it no gain, and it's going to be second and goal. Another shot from the one on second and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Detroit! Detroit!
Trying to punch it in with Smith. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this third quarter. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And now the Browns coming out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Lucky 56.
On first and 10, Mayfield. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. Detroit.
On second down, Mayfield again. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
Gun!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at the 40.
All right, now, look at 56.
They begin with a run by Smith. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the fourth quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game.
He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Ito Smith, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 30.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Gun!
The pitch goes to Smith. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A gain of 32 that time.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Smith trying to run for it. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Smith is the lone man in the backfield here as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Jackson. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Well, Charles, fans around here, they were already talking Super Bowl. They've made plans. You just can't look past anybody in this league, especially this deep into the playoffs.
You would think that every year that message would sink in, and it feels like every year we see something like this, especially the way they're handling them. All right, you didn't expect this part to happen, but when you're playing this deep in the playoffs, every team's dangerous.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again they run with Gurley. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short game.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Detroit! Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, you always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They go to Johnson again, and he stopped immediately there. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.